Welcome to Rossomere TV today, guys. The greatest threat that we all face as individuals is death. Death is the one concept in our minds that activates a real understanding of our world around us. It allows us to consider for a moment that everything we are amidst, everything we take for granted, everything we haven't even considered, could all be gone. Just as you do not fully recall that moment when full consciousness was there for you in this world, you can acknowledge your consciousness in this moment, listening to my words. You get to acknowledge for yourself the only valuable experience that is felt at that moment of death. What is it? You. At that final moment, you have to let go of everyone you love. Nobody gets to take your place. You have to let go of all your worries for tomorrow. You have to let go of all your thoughts that you didn't get answered. And as these slip away, feelings come to the surface. Feelings unanswered, unfelt, and unheard. Feelings that were there with you every day, that if you peered into, would have just dissipated away. But now they're weighing here, in this final moment, and even too, they must be let go of. Don't let your consciousness fade into the night without your authoritative insight as to this life that you're taking so for granted. What do I mean when I say you're taking it for granted? I mean, have you embraced the fact that every time you feel the wind hit your face, that's a new experience? Have you embraced the fact that when you feel the sun beating on you, and perhaps you complain about it, that's not a thing that's just supposed to be? We assume it, and so casually then we dismiss it. How many things in your world are you assuming need to be there, should be there, can be there, or just going to be there until they're not? What would it take for you to be in full embrace of everything you see right in front of you? To the level and to the depth of such acceptance and such appreciation for just a moment, it's like it might not all be there ever again. So you love it with all your might. You look at it as hard as you can. You appreciate it to the very best you can. You hug those that you can. And you smile as big as you can, because you can. We all take smiling so for granted. We walk next to humans, other human beings, who are no different than witnessing a tiger walk in front of you. You have no clue what's behind those eyes of anybody you see, and yet we take them all for granted. We assume control because of our ideas of what we perceive to know. What do you really know? To really know is to be in the experience without your essay-formatted conclusion of it, and to experience it with open, fresh eyes, to see it like a child would, to see it like an animal in the wild is watching, knowing everything is moving, instinctually, clearly, presently. And in a moment it can end. And it's with that urgency, it's with that clarity, that alertness, that refined vision of what really matters here and now. And it's your life. It's what you're defending. It's what you fight for. It's what you kill for. It's what you ignore for. It's what you sabotage. It's what you ruin. It's what you judge as wrong. It's what you invalidate. It's what you disregard and take for granted. Because like tomorrow the sun will be up, right? And we'll be here too. So you don't need to appreciate yourself. Why? You have other days. You have more time. Who are you that knows you can take everything for granted so casually, so unassumingly? Who can so conclusively say why they know they're here? Why this is all happening? Why you get to relax? It doesn't matter about this, right? The drama isn't real. This is just a movie in your mind for you to feel. And you get to decide what you feel. You get to ignore feelings that don't feel comfortable. But what happens when you do that? You dim your field because you don't feel. And when you don't feel, you create upheaval, internal commotion, chaos. Because you've misidentified the most important thing. You are the center of your feeling-based field. And in this experience of life, if you ignore who you are as the watcher from afar and from near, you'll get lost on different thoughts that will take you from here to here, constantly concluding and guiding you about your experience when it has no basis to. Your mind is a tool for you. It's not meant to run you. It's not meant to constantly interpret every situation, every scenario, with an idea that it actually knows what it is. It has no clue. You have no clue. We don't know what the next moment holds. So you're thankful for the existence you hold and feel powerfully as the center. You don't judge yourself because you don't look as you feel you should in the mirror. You don't judge yourself because you're not wearing the clothes you need to wear. That person over there didn't acknowledge who you are. It doesn't matter about what people think. It doesn't even matter what you think. What matters is that you're here, and you appreciate that here-ness with the urgency and the clarity of knowing that death is not in your control like you think everything else is. Life is in your hands, and you don't even look at it. What if you were to feel the life within you, and to just hold your attention to it? Would that be so scary, to feel things about yourself that you've never felt before, and to learn about yourself in an expanding manner that unfolds? Like a flower opening before your eyes. Witness your own beauty, your own marvel, your own divinity as existence itself. This is a gift for everyone. Sentience is the great equalizer in this game of life. It means you can do whatever you want and create yourself however you desire, because free will exists at the heart of existence itself. Life is limitless. You have no inherent boundary. You have no edge. You witness vast beauty when you look at the horizon. But you're forgetting it's you who's intrinsically beautiful to even hold this clear perception we call life within your witnessing eyes. Your eyes are the seat of your aliveness. It's how we acknowledge other human beings. Look at a person's eyes today without judgment and just see them as the beautiful crystals that they are, pulsing in that moment with you in life, appreciating everything around you, the simple sake that it's here in the presence of you for you to look at. The Big Bang doesn't exclude you. You're at the edge of it here and now as you emit yourself in this moment. Live in the wholehearted embrace of yourself by looking to the very base of yourself, to the inherent space of yourself that allows for you to perceive all life in all your judging gazes. It's not about stopping your judgments. It's about watching them too, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful that you can interpret. It's beautiful that you can put commentary on things you see. But don't get lost in those, because they're not actually real. What's real is in front of you here and now, and it starts with you as the looking ground. I want you to honor that you are not leaving this game of life, and that's why these videos are so important to me. Because every day we get to talk about the one thing that no one really talks about: human subjectivity. You are the living character as well as director of your experience in the world. And if you honor, that experience will change, but you as the witness will not. Your ideas will change, but you as the clear lens of perception that just witnesses, that's stable. Don't check out and daydream outside of your experience. Create dreams in this world and make them real experience. Don't get upset with what you're seeing in this world, thinking that it should be some other way, and influence this world by being yourself boldly, courageously, brightly, and then watch the world change.